Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zulfikri bin Awam from 1BATS S1G1. So today I'm gonna present about the process of V model. Okay, first of all, we need to know the definition of V model. V model is a type of SDLC model where process execute in a sequential manner in V shape. It is also known as verification and validation model. It is based on the association of testing phase for each corresponding development stage. Development of each step directly associated with the testing phase. The V model is also an extension of waterfall model. This means that for every single phase in the development cycle, there is a directly associated testing phase. This is highly disciplined model and the next phase starts only after the completion of the previous phase. Completion of the previous phase. Okay, next we go to the verification and validation. So V model contain verification phase on this one side of the validation phase on the other side. Verification and validation phase are joined by coding phase in V shape. That is thus it is called V model. Okay, verification. In verification, it involves static analysis technique, which is review done without executing the code. It, it is the phase of evaluation of the product development phase to find whether the specific requirements are met. While validation, it involves dynamic analysis technique, which is functional and non-functional. Testing are done by executing the code. Validation is the process of evaluate the software after completion of the development phase to determine whether the software met the customer expectation and requirement. Next, we go to the example of V model. The example of V model, we can divide it into two phases, which is a design phase and testing phase. In design phase, we have requirement analysis, system design, architectural design, and module design. In requirement analysis, this phase contains detailed communication with the customer to understand their requirement and expectation. This stage is known as requirement gathering. While system design, this phase contains the system design and the complete hardware and communication setup for developing product. While architectural design, system design is broken down further into the modules taking up different functionalities. The data transfer and communication between the internal module and with the outside world in clearly understood. The module design. In this phase, the system breaks down into small modules. The detailed design of module is specified, also known as low-level design or LLD. In testing phase, we have unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and user acceptance testing. Okay. Unit testing. Unit test plans are developed during the module design phase. These unit test plans are executed to eliminate bugs at code or unit level. While integration testing, after completion of unit testing, integration testing is performed. In integration testing, the module are integrated and the system are tested. Integration testing is performed on the architectural design phase. This test verifies the communication of modules among themselves. System testing. The system testing tests the complete application, which is with system testing. System testing tests the complete application with its functionality, interdependency, and communication. It tests the functional and non-functional requirement of the development application. And lastly, user acceptance testing. Uh, the user acceptance testing is performed in a user environment that resemble the product environment. UAT, user acceptance testing, verify that the delivery system met users' requirement and system is ready for use in the real world. Next, we go to the principle of V model. The principle of V model, we have five, which is large to small, data process integrity, scalability, cross-referencing, and tangible documentation. In large to small, in V model, testing is done in a hierarchical perspective. For example, requirement identified by the project team, create high-level design and detailed design phase of the project. As each this phase is completed, the requirements they are defining become more and more refined and detailed. In data process integrity, this principle states that the successful design of any project require the incorporation and cohesion of both data and process. Process element must be identified at each and every requirement. Next, scalability. This process, next, scalability. This principle states that the V model concept has the flexibility to accommodate any IT project irrespective of its size, complexity, or duration. While cross-referencing, direct correlation between requirement and corresponding testing activity is known as cross-referencing. And lastly, we go to the tangible documentation. This principle states that every project needs to create a document. This document is required and applied by both of the project development team and the support team. The documentation is used to maintaining the application once it is available in the production environment. Okay, why the V model is preferred? Because it is easy to manage due to the rigidity of the model. Each phase of V model has specific deliverable and a review process. The second one is proactive defect tracking. That is defect found at early stage. So when to use the V model is where the requirements are clearly defined and fixed. So the second one is the V model is used when ample technical resources are available with technical expertise. So we go to the advantage and disadvantage of V model. So the first one is advantage. The advantage of V model, this is a highly disciplined model and phase completed one at a time. V model is used for small project where the project requirements are clear. Simple V model also simple and easy to understand and use. This model focuses on verification and validation activities early in the life cycle, thereby enhancing the probability of building an error-free and good quality product. And the last one is it enables the project management to track progress accurately. While disadvantage of V model is high risk and uncertainty, it is not good for complex and object-oriented project. It also is not suitable for projects where requirements are not clear and contain high risk of changing. Another advantage also, this model does not support iteration of phase and it does not easily handle concurrent event. So we have clear about the V model. So thank you.